Okay, I'm not that worried about team comps just yet, because you are very limited on IP, so it's not like you can mold to what your team needs and what their team can't deal with. Like, you pretty much stuck with Graves for a little while, and you're most likely gonna grind out with Graves until you get other jungle champions, and that's if you like jungle and want to stick with it. Basically, I'm gonna try to teach you defense, like defensive jungling first, because I think it's very important. It's just like knowing where the other junglers at is just as important as where you're at. And I think if I teach you how to find out where the junglers
Just kidding.
at.
Apparently they have a jungle Vi in the top. Shyvana. Yeah.
Wait, can you hear me? Oh, okay. It's actually pretty cool. Okay, so basically, I mean, you're obviously, I mean, you're probably pretty smart. So like, if I teach you how to find out where their jungler is at all times, and you could probably figure out on your own of like where you should be, kind of, or like where you should, yeah, where you should be pretty much. Okay, the video cut out a little bit. It's like right now it's just loading the screen, I guess. I don't know why it's not bringing it up. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So basically, when you're in this loading screen, just think. Yeah, just think of how the team calls would play out in a fight. So like, you guys have pretty hard engage. So who do you think you should use it on? Okay, so Lucian's stashing all around the place, so using it on him, I mean, it'd be okay, but like, it's unreliable. So using it on the Vel'Koz, and like, this is something you need to tell your team. Like, LeBlanc and Malphite should most likely be trying to blow up Vel'Koz, and LeBlanc should be coming in from the side. Caitlyn's gonna be probably getting dunked by Vi and Shyvana, and this is where you and Lee Sin come in. And Lee Sin's basically a peel bot. When Shyvana dragons in, Lee Sin's supposed to kick Shyvana away, and basically you can smoke screen Vi, or even smoke screen Shyvana. Like, it's just up to you. It just depends on the situation. And that's just like what you're supposed to think about. What you're supposed to think about in loading screen. Alright. Yeah, and I don't know how you couldn't do a full clear last time. I'm gonna look at that. You should have been able to. Your start was fine. Okay, this is really key word to DJ Khaled. First part of defensive jungling is looking at how the laners start. And in bronze, people will not like mask it at all, like how they start. Use my here. There we go. Like these people come to lane late, and so does your team. So, and top pretty much started in lane. So you know they didn't start top, so they started bottom. So you know Vi's probably at her red right now, just at the same time that you're at your blue. Okay. But you should have gone E second. I don't know what you did. Oh yeah, you went smoke screen. That's why you're not clearing. Basically, your E gives you armor and magic resist, and it stacks. Like every time you use it, while you stay in combat. So you just E, keep autoing, E, keep autoing, E, keep autoing, and then you end up with like 30 armor that helps you. With your clear. Okay. So basically this is fine. You want to get your like this is a pretty selfish ward. Part of knowing where this person's at is getting ward for like all your laners. Like, let me rewind this a bit. Okay, so what you could have done is either come here toward it, which you would have met up with Vi, and you could have maybe done something. I think your level 3 beats hers. And yeah, either got vision here or got scuttle, or even both, like ward here and get scuttle. So if she's anywhere in river, she's gonna be lit up. And so that means all your bot has to do is ward Tribush, and they're safe. But even if you don't choose that route, what you're supposed to do, what you could do, is come through here, and first things first, pop a ward there for your mid, just in case she went from here to here to blue then mid. Just place a ward, and it also protects you too. So it's not like this ward right here only protects you. This can see him coming through here all the way to top lane, so it protects your top lane a little bit, protects your mid lane a lot, and protects you. So instead of protecting one person with a ward, it protects 3. Yeah, and when you're on camps, you just like keep spamming E pretty much. Yeah, that's like kind of a. That's the reason why you're not clearing. Okay, so you see him leave lane, and then come back at that angle, so you know that this is warded. Like you're supposed to, like. Farming jungle isn't hard, so you're supposed to have your eyes on the map solid, like at least 70% of the time, at least. Okay, so you should know, like when you're walking from camp to camp, always just like peek, like at every lane, just like bam, 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 just like real quick, and especially if you see 2 blocks, you know there's fighting, so you gotta look mid. And there's blood in the water. So what I would do is just come around, and I mean that's pretty much a free gank. Oh, and she's blocked. A little blocked my gator actually. Never mind. But yeah, this was a free kill. but it's fine. You'll see it on the video. It's always not. Ganks aren't always this obvious. Like when you're in game. Okay, these camps should be spawning. Yep. So you should be coming over here right now. And see what you do. This is where you should be looking at your lanes. Seeing what's what. Okay, so this is defensive. Basically, you just want to make their jungle look terrible. Okay, so your mid laner is gone. You are on the bot side of the map. Basically, you should be pinging back your top laner right now. Like, I would give him like 3 pings and say, be careful, I think jungle's top. Even if you don't think their jungler is top, just say their jungler is probably top. Just because there's no way he can receive any help from anyone if he gets ganked. But I mean, if you know their jungler is bot, don't say that. But like, if you're pretty sure, if you're just kind of guessing, just ping him back. Okay, so you saw him go over this ward, so you know you don't. This is where you could go in for. Okay, every time you're on the opposite side of the map as the jungle, there's one of 2 things that you can do. You can either gank the opposite side, or like an opposing lane. Like if he's top, you can gank mid bot from here, or you can go into his jungle and steal both of these camps and then place a ward. If I were you, I mean, I'm really a farm heavy jungler, so what I would have done right after this camp is just come straight to these raids, steal them away, ward this, steal this, and back. And then that's putting her behind a farm when you do that. And it gives vision, so everyone knows where she's at. This is part of the defensive. It's like kind of like passive aggressive. Like you're stealing her farm and giving your team the information on where she's at. So you're just gaining an advantage by basically defense. Yeah, this is good. Smoke screen and leave. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. But from here, I really hope you don't go all the way to race. That's just such a long walk. Like, when you know where their jungler is, go to their jungle. Like, it's fine. Oh, and this takes forever on Grace. Like, this is not even worth doing, unless you have Krug buff. Yeah, you've wasted like, let's see. Alright, so once you leave here, yeah, that's about 30 seconds. I'm gonna go and fast forward. Let's see. You started at 6 minutes, kind of like wandered up here, did a few A's. Now you're sitting in this bush. Did more A's, wandered back up here. Really not doing anything. That's a whole minute gone. And there's no really plan of what's happening. Like you can't hesitate that much. You gotta be doing something. Yeah, that was an entire minute. That was a long ass time. Like you could have been in her jungle and then backed and then went up here. Like that's what I would have done. And then you could have done that a long time ago. Like you could be near wolves right now with your farm. Like done this, back did this, and be at wolves. And that's like 300 gold at least. That you could be having right now, which is a kill. Okay, I want to see how this works out. It shouldn't work out, but. Nothing's really gonna happen here. Yeah, that's. I think that's like 2.5 minutes or something. And you're just not getting back on your blue. Let's see how much money you have. Yeah, and you're sitting on 1,000 gold, so you could be going back and hitting like a little mini power spike with the cooldown reduction item. You could have done that a while ago. But it's fine. It's fine. Well, I mean, it's not fine, but like, just for the sake of this video, I'll keep going. Okay, so you do. Alright. So your laners have okay ward coverage right now, so I mean you could just choose to farm this out. And then back and get your jungle item. But yeah, when you're clear you need bees, you know, you eat a lot more. To answer this question, it's not terrible, but that whole 1 minute that you waste was really bad. But like overall, the course of this whole video, it's not that bad. The 1 minute thing was hard to watch, but like, dude, it's fine. Now you should be going top right now. Unless you think that they're doing dragon, which they're not. Oh boy. Okay, that's embarrassing. Okay, I don't know what you're doing in shop right now. Oh, you're probably waiting for. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, I really wouldn't see a point of sweepers in bronze because there's not many wards, but so I think this is fine. Like normally you would buy sweepers when you first pack because that's just like a jungle thing. Let's see what you do. Okay, so either alright, so it's farming's all about efficiency. Like you always want to try to work your way from one way to another way. Like you never want to do, like for example, race, wolves, red, this, and then go like all the way to Gromp. Like that's just stupid. So you always want to try to like keep a consistent flow of like left to right, unless you're getting a buff. That's the only exception. Like if you think the jungler could be there soon, you want to get the buff, and then you could go here, 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 here. That's the only like back and forth that you can do. Like red, Gromp. I mean red Krugs, and then this just finish your jungle. That's the only exception. Okay, so let's see. Do you have a ward? Okay, you have a pink. That's great. So after red, or after this, you need to be warding this. Okay, so these two side bushes are like key pink ward spots. Oh, and another cheese pink ward that like no one ever like checks really is this bush. But if you're on blue side, it would be this bush. Because if they're doing this, you see it, and if they're trying to tower dive, they see it, so it gives them information. It's one of my favorite pink wards in the game. But just to start off, just worry about doing these. Just pink these every time you get a pink. So let's see where you wasted pink. Nice. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so what we... Okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about. So now you're gonna go all the way over here instead of getting these two camps. You're basically trading two camps for one camp. So you gotta go red here, and then all the way through. You can't do this bam, bam, and then go way back over here. So that's just like a... I don't know what that means. Sweeper at sight. Oh, okay. At this point in the game, you should be getting sweeper, or at the point you're at. Smoke screen him. Okay, that's fine. Got a flash. That's good. Basically, that whole like last minute was pretty poor. It was not like the most terrible thing you could be doing, because at least you get these. But basically, you went from here to mid. I mean, you got a kill, but then you walked about 20 seconds out this way, got one camp. I'm assuming this is your pink ward. I kind of zoned out a little bit, but this is a decent pink ward. It just gets like the farther your pink ward is in their jungle, the more likely it's gonna get taken, but the more useful it is. So you gotta kind of balance that out. This is a really good bush for a pink ward because it gives you good information, but people rarely check in this bush. Okay. Okay, so you're getting pinged right now. They're mid laner. Okay. I'm just trying to get a feel of where the game's at right now. Okay, you should not be diving this. You should be farming. Yeah, your farming's really lacking. That's like what's really big. Now you could be close. You should be having like 70 CS right now. At least 60. I don't know about 70, but this is. See, look, if you're using your E for dragon, you would be healing off dragon pretty much. Like the dragon wouldn't be doing anything to you. I mean, if you had sweep, I don't think. Wait, are you level 9? I don't think you're level 9. Where'd you go? Yeah, I mean, if you, I don't know. You probably wouldn't have cleared that. Anyway, like most people will sweep like right here, so that's fine. Everyone misses smite, so that's not the worst case scenario. Okay, you should be going back right now. Once you see that. Okay, and then you should just be going back up the farm. Like you just kind of make your way, and then until you decide whether you can do something or not, and then if you can, great, keep going. But if you can't, go back to farming like immediately. Like you need to get your gold up. Okay, alright, now go back to farming. Just gold EF, 1.3k again. I mean, this is fine because I don't think any plays are gonna happen on the map. Just to farm out your jungle and then back and get like a pretty nice bag. Okay, so what you should be doing. Alright, so you went Gromp here and backed, which is fine. So you can get like, I don't know, probably like you can get almost boots and a zeal. Almost. I mean, you can pretty much sell this by now, because as Graves, you should be healing in the jungle if you're using your E. So you could really sell that if you wanted to. And then you should be coming here, because by the time you're done with this, and this, your wolves are gonna be spawning. So that's just so clean. It's just so clean. Just bam, just going all through that and getting money. I'm gonna be doing quite a bit of these for you, but like, cause I did say I was gonna talk a lot about defense, but I ended up talking a lot about farming instead. But yeah, okay, so what you're gonna end up doing, like, watch, I'm gonna call this, you're gonna go here to red, and then to these, and then you're gonna go all the way here. And it's just not as good as going here, because that's like a 10-second waste at least. It's like overall you've wasted like about 4 minutes this game. It's pretty safe. Wait a minute. Yeah, I just hate when junglers start raptors when they're cancelled, because it limits you so much. Because all you can go is either, well, it doesn't limit me so much, but like you can either get these two camps, or you can get these 3. You can't get all of them. So normally I like to start on the side camps, like either here or here when I come back. But it's situational. Like you could start here sometimes, but just for now, just start on the sides. This was actually an okay decision. Basically, when you saw him there, you should have just not let him in lane for free like that, and try to make him miss as many minions as possible. And you should be... Okay, yeah. Okay, so this goes back to the defense thing. Something I could touch up on. Every time you see the jungle on the map, do something. Like, you see them bot. Like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, oh, I feel bad for them. I'm just gonna get my Krugs. No. You gotta go into this man's jungle, rob this man of like 250 bucks, ward his jungle, and leave. So it at least band-aids at least one of these kills. Or you can maybe even try diving top, but it's not open right now. So basically, you see Vibot. You should be, every time you see the jungle on the map, be like, could I be taking his camps right now? Could I be making a play on the other side of the map? Kind of thing. So now that I think of it, this is not the best option, but it's a viable option that you could have done, but it's not the best. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Oh yeah, here you should have been like smoke screen this and then like try to. You couldn't maybe kill him, to be honest. He probably used his old bot. It's pretty safe to assume. Okay, let's slow this down a bit. Okay, so basically, this is, I don't want to say technique, because it makes it sound like weird, but like, I guess it's like a technique that I call, like making the laners sweat. And basically, if you think he has flash available, which he does, and you see the red bar, so you're thinking like, okay, so he has 2 things to dodge my skill shots. I'm just gonna wait until he uses those and then use my skill shots. Like, just be patient, and then you get rewarded for it. Like, what you should have done here is immediately smoke screened him and then started auto attacking him. Like, if you'd like smoke screen right next to this turret, or like if you see Lee Sin kick, smoke screen right here, so his exit path is like blinded. And then you can start walking up, and then he's gonna ult away. That's when you can E over and then finish him. Like, it's just a lot safer. Like, the more patience you have is, well, you get paid off for it. I think pros call it holding skill shots or something like that. Yeah, if you took this, should, like, if you take their camps in this heal, they probably would lose their mind and like not know what to do. Like, they would just shit bricks if you took their camps, I bet. Like, if this wasn't there, she'd be like, I'll join my team mid, I guess. And she would just be not doing anything, wasting her time right now. Oh boy. I'm not even worried about team fighting yet. So I'm just like watching this fight, but like I'm not really dissecting it. Pretty much the only thing I'm going over team fighting wise is in this video was just in the loading screen, look at the team comps and just think about how fights will go. That's the only team fighting advice I'm giving you this game. I'm just worried about wards and farming for the most part, and punishing the other jungler when she shows on the map. Like I guarantee you could win a game just by farming and warding. Like in this elo, you could definitely, it's definitely doable. Like win a lot of games. I mean, not just like winning a game out of like 10, but you could like win probably like 7, just by getting big and taking all of her cans every time she ganks. Like every time she ganks, just go in the jungle. Like if you see her, you can just start bashing her. It's like if you, I'm pretty sure you're stronger than Vi. Because Phantom Dance, she gives you a lot of 1v1 potential. Okay, I don't want to make a 9-hour video, so I'm just gonna stop it right here. And if you have any questions, just ask.